Michelle Meyer is the chief U.S. economist at Mastercard's Economic Institute, and she joins us from New York. Great to see you, and I want to hear your initial reaction to the May jobs report. What do you think it says about the economy?
Well, the labor market is still very strong. 390,000 jobs created is an impressive pace of job creation. So we still have a lot of momentum in the economy. Is it starting to show some signs of slowing from the exceptional growth rate we had throughout last year? I would say yes, but really only on the margin. So it's an economy that was, running really hot, stimulus induced, starting to see this rebalancing, this normalization of growth, but there's a long path ahead before we're at a proper equilibrium in the economy.
Yeah, don't we want to see consumers pull back on spending, and are we seeing it yet? We did see consumer confidence slip in May.
Well, what we want to see is an economy that's functioning properly, where at the simplest, demand is matched with supply. So the amount of goods and services that consumers are looking to spend on, that there's an appropriate amount of supply for that. And the problem is that it's been a big imbalance. There's been way more demand than there has been supply because of supply chain issues, because of this mismatch in terms of how consumers were spending post-COVID period. So we want to see these things come together. We want supply to pick up, but also some moderation in demand is quite appropriate in terms of trying to ease back some of this inflation pressure that's built because of this disequilibrium in the economy.
Do you think some of this talk about a recession becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where you hear the heads of big banks talking about it, you hear about inflation every day and the impact it has on the economy? At what point does the consumer pull back, too much where it does go ahead and put the economy in a recession?
Well, I think what you're getting at is this idea of behavioral, elements of the economy, behavioral economics, where, animal spirits really matter. Consumers are trying to plan ahead for what their wages might look like, what their wealth might look like, and what their future purchasing power will be. So they're taking into account a lot of different factors, and they're trying to determine what's their job security, how much can they be spending, how much should they be saving. So, if you look at the consumer sentiment surveys, University of Michigan being one, Conference Board being another, sentiment is down from the highs. There is concern out there. But you still have an environment where consumers have a lot of savings on their balance sheet. They have access to take on more debt. And those dynamics are playing a role and continue to support spending. So I think that there's an awareness, there's a concern out there. But at the moment, you still have a very strong trajectory for spending.
Yeah, your numbers from Spending Pulse, the measure of sales in stores and online retail sales of all forms of payment, they show that retail sales actually increased.
That's exactly right. So thank you for flagging that. Mastercard Spending Pulse data has been very strong. There's shifts happening. You're seeing more spending in store, especially in the last few months, where the online sales activity has stalled out a bit more after, again, a period of exceptional growth. You're certainly seeing this re-engagement in travel and in lodging. We just recently published a comprehensive piece on the state of travel, which is the data we're looking at shows it's still very strong. So there's these changes happening certainly within the profile of how consumers are spending, but the aggregate numbers show there's still a lot of power out there to continue to go out and spend.
All right, Michelle Meyer, chief U.S. economist at Mastercard's Economic Institute. Great to have your analysis.